Let's go.
Welcome into DNVR Buffs Primetime.
I'm scared.
It's a big day.
It's a huge day.
We're presented by Illegal Pete's, everyone's go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers. Yeah.
Whose bulletin board are we going to end up on today?
Everyone's. Everyone's.
Oh, man. This is always a fun day.
Yeah.
We did it twice last year. We had so much fun with it.
Yep.
And I hate that I have to say this, but I am going to preface this entire conversation by saying we're not sleeping on anyone. We don't hate anyone.
We didn't forget about anyone.
We didn't forget anyone. We're just trying to give our best guess at who's going to start.
There's only so many positions that you can put a player in.
11 on each side of the field.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
So someone is going to be left off here. It does not mean we don't like them as a player or a person.
And just as we saw last year, lots of players play.
I mean, almost all of them do.
Yeah.
But it's March 7th, 2 days before my birthday. And this is a fun discussion to have. It's an interesting discussion to have in the middle of the offseason. So while it, in the end, it doesn't really even matter who starts, it's kind of fun to talk about. So buckle up. As always, disagreement, welcomed in the comments. Disrespect, not welcomed in the comments.
All right. Colorado's projected offensive starters for the 2024 season. Week 1 starters this time, too.
Yes, week 1 starters. Last time it was a little bit too complicated, the way we tried to do it. So we're just going to go with who we think is going to be out there on the field when they take on North Dakota State at Folsom Field.
Yep. Our guy Yaya made this pretty dope graphic.
Yeah, huge shout out to Yaya.
There it is.
Look at that. I love like just the growth.
I know.
Like last
Cool,
year
huh?
we did this. It was cool. It was nice. The graphic looked pretty. This time, that graphic is unreal. I love it.
Can you just, I mean, isn't it crazy that just some white text on that graphic is going to light the whole world on fire, basically?
Yeah. All right, let's get it going.
All right, let's get into it. Where do you want to start?
Probably with the most controversial and hardest one to decide, quarterback 1.
Yep. Big competition at quarterback this spring.
Yes. It's a lock. It's the best quarterback in the country as far as I'm concerned. I've been arguing with people all day, actually, already about Shador's future in the NFL. But we don't have to worry about Shador's NFL future right now because we get to worry about his future at Colorado, which is very exciting. So, yes, he is the starting quarterback.
But stock up on the Shador as an NFL quarterback in Denver conversation lately.
Maybe. I don't really think that the Justin Simmons release, which we won't get into, triggered a thing in the fan base to be like, oh my God. But this was always happening.
Yep.
Not necessarily him or this time, whatever. But I still think that Sean Payton is saying I'm here for a good time, not a long time, and he's going to draft a quarterback.
I still trust him. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, Shador's the best quarterback in the country. He's the catalyst. The team goes as far as he goes, basically.
Yeah.
Let's fill out the backfield. Running back, our guy, Alton McCaskill.
There you go. Kind of has to be. Not to say that that's not to take anything away from him, but this roster, the way this roster is constructed, it's made for Alton McCaskill to be the running back 1.
Mm-hmm. All right, where do we go from here?
I don't know. Keep it rolling.
All right, let's go on the offensive line. A lot of talk about the offensive line this entire last, 6-8 months at this point. Left tackle, pretty easy one, Jordan Seaton.
Yeah. Lock City.
He looks so good, by the way. Like, he looks as advertised.
I mean, he truly has it all. I think is it crazy to say we haven't talked enough about him?
Definitely. Because, well, not definitely that
definitely
it's
not crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's when the saga kind of ended, it was just like everyone's like, take the deep breath, and then we just kind of, moved on to other aspects of the offseason.
And what we do is we say, well, the offensive line is much improved, and then we just move on from it. So as a whole, I think we talk about offensive line quite a bit, but we only really talk about it as a group, and it's usually a quick conversation of like, yeah, they completely overhauled and redid the offensive line, and now it's better.
Yep.
But Jordan Seaton, I mean, he could be a superstar by the end of this year, and what's really valuable about that is that can only happen at Colorado.
No doubt.
I truly believe that Colorado is the only school in the country where a true freshman left tackle could become a superstar.
Well, we had this conversation during his recruitment, but getting Travis was one thing for Coach Prime. Getting Cormani last year was another. But getting Jordan Seaton just felt like more of an arrival as being one of the best recruiters in the country and showing his ability to really go anywhere and bring in the best player.
Yeah, absolutely. And if what I think could happen with Jordan Seaton, I mean, he's got to back it up on the field. But if he plays really well and becomes like a household name in college football, it's going to have unbelievable impacts on the recruiting trail for Coach Prime.
Definitely. Last thing on Jordan Seaton, I just feel like he's settled in really well. A lot of guys come from, Florida and, they're sucking wind for a few months. Like they're getting adjusted not only to the new surroundings, but to the altitude, just everything. And I feel like he's just really fit right in place with what this program's about right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help but think that he absolutely made the right decision. When I see him, just how natural it looks for him to be a part of this team. I have no idea what the culture's like at Maryland.
Right.
But I just see the way that he fits in and the way that he, has jived with his teammates and think to myself, yeah, that he made the right choice.
Playing right next to him, we've had him on the show, Justin Mayers.
Yes. Would you call this a lock? I think it's a lock.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only way it wouldn't be a lock is you could just say, some of the guys that they brought in along the offensive line through the portal all kind of played left guard. Tyler Brown played left guard. Like there's a little bit of I don't even want to say competition, but Justin Mayers, what he's done in his college career, becoming one of the best, highest graded guards in the country. It was a pretty easy decision.
And to me, it already, what? How could we be 0 for 3? To me, it's pretty obvious that he's also become a part of the leadership group on this team, and that just matters. He is really respected by his teammates. I think Shador really likes him. He kind of has all the makings of a guy who's just like, okay, he proved it out on the field. He's liked by the teammates and coaches. He's liked by Shador. He's going to play.
Yep. Playing next to him in the middle of the offensive line.
First one here that I would say is highly debatable.
I think there's 3 guys in this conversation.
I think there are 2.
But we went with Yukari Walker.
Yes, we did.
Coming in from UConn, I thought I was between Tyler Brown and Zelinskis. But you said Yukari Walker.
I think it is going to be Yukari Walker. Another guy who I think has just fit right in. And I think there's something to be said for that. I do think this is an open competition. I'm not putting a stamp on this nearly as much as I am with, Jordan Seaton or Shador. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. And I don't think that Hank Zelinskis should be ruled out of that battle.
Yeah.
The main reason I say that is because he played really well, I thought, when he was out there. Now, he was also a true freshman, so he wasn't perfect. But, man, he came in and just, kind of hit the ground running when he came in against CSU.
Yep.
So I don't want to sleep on Hank Zelinskis, but I also don't want to sleep on Tyler Brown.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Brown is a candidate for 3 different spots.
Yeah, definitely. For me, Yukari Walker, I mean, when you looked at what he was listed at, 260 or whatever last year, he already looks like he's bulked up a little bit just from what we've seen. So that's a very encouraging sign, and why we had him there at starting center.
Yep. And, I mean, obviously pass protection is going to be the most important role, I think, of any offensive lineman on this team. No matter how much we want to run the ball, I still think it's going to be 60-40 pass at least.
Yeah.
But he also is very, very agile.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can get out and move.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
You can do a lot of stuff. I mean, look at Jason Kelsey, a guy who was always undersized for his position and maybe became the best player ever at that position.
Yep. Right guard then. Which one of the Tylers? We went with Tyler Brown.
You mean Tyler Johnson?
You told me Tyler Brown, bro.
No, I didn't. Don't do this to me.
I had written down Tyler Johnson.
Uh-huh.
And you told me to change it.
No, I didn't.
I swear.
Why does he do this? The last time that you did this, there was video evidence and you were wrong. I'm just putting that out there.
We talked about this yesterday.
Uh-huh. And we had a conversation about it, and the person we ended on was Tyler Johnson.
Okay, then we're going Tyler Johnson. Coming in from Houston, another guy played left guard.
And let me just say, it was a long conversation because I don't think this is as much of a lock. And I think if there's anyone that I would put, if I had to put odds on a position that could end up going to Tyler Brown, it would be this one would be the one I was highest on.
Not center.
Nope.
Okay.
Not because I just think he's a lot more natural at guard.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, we love Tyler Brown.
Yes.
He's one of our favorite people, and we will be ecstatic if he ends up starting.
Tyler Johnson, though, I mean, just a road grader at Houston. Super strong hands, played with great balance, and they ran behind him quite a bit. Alton got to run behind him, so it just feels like a natural fit.
Yeah, and I think this is debatable with Mayers. Damn it. But you could probably make the argument that Tyler Johnson was the best transfer addition on the offensive line.
Right tackle, Khalil Benson.
Yep.
Played all over the offensive line in his career, has kind of settled in at right tackle in the later stage, and could be a massive pickup at a position of need. I'll just do respect to whoever we had playing right tackle last year, but man, these guys just they've got more gravitas, experience that they're bringing to this offense, like nastiness, man.
Yep.
Like you look at this and you can go, we can run behind that wall.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. And the one thing I want to say about Khalil Benson is each one of these guys you could say like has a little bit of a mean streak to them. Like if you watch Jordan Seaton's tape, you're seeing him kind of finish plays. Definitely Justin Mayers as well. Khalil Benson doesn't have a mean streak. He's just mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just like that. So I'm excited to watch him out there on the field because I think that he brings a different type of attitude.
So real quick, just look at that offensive line, man. Compared to this time last year, we had some guys coming up a level from the FCS play. We had guys from the 2022 team that were still starting on there. I look at that and I'm much more comfortable.
100%. You know, there's going to be it's not perfect in terms of, I shouldn't say that. It's you can't make the case that there's no question marks, right? It's not completely solidified. You're going to need a couple things to go your way. And it's like, okay, if Jordan Seaton is as advertised, if Khalil Benson, can hold it down, like all of a sudden you're feeling really good about this line.
Tight end, this one of the easier positions, I think.
Yep.
Shimon Mateer had 5 touchdowns for Cincinnati last year. With a bad quarterback play, now he gets one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the country. And just more size at the position too. From top to bottom, but Shimon Mateer is like a 6'4", 250-pound guy. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see that whole position. I'm excited for us to do our position preview about the tight end position, but he's definitely the starter.
Easily.
Also, scroll up a little bit to Girls Club's latest comment, who said Benson has a few screw loose, and I love it. It just reminded me something we didn't get to necessarily talk about from our interview with Cam. He talked about that multiple times, and I couldn't agree with that take more.
Yeah.
Which was essentially like, you got to kind of have to be a little crazy to be good at football.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's something that I think is not talked about enough.
Right.
You crazy plays on the field.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's what Neely always talks about. Having trench players that scare you.
Yeah.
Is a lot different than coming up to a big like teddy bear who plays on the offensive line. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You just have that extra edge. You need that.
Also on Shimon Mater, I always forget who did what, but someone put out a tier list of all the players, and bold choice.
Yeah.
He was put on the B tier, I believe.
Yeah.
And he took that as like such a sign of disrespect. And I actually loved that. Because like I think B tier is like a nice compliment.
Definitely.
To him, he's like, no, I'm gonna show you guys I'm S tier.
I mean, having a game changer at tight end would be we don't talk about it enough, I don't think, like this tight end room in Shimon Mater at this point, but last year Mikey was clutch. He was good, right? He was where Shedeur wanted him to be. But if you have a monster, like a yak beast at tight end, just running people over, that is also an impactful guy in the run game, it's completely changing what this offense is capable of.
Yep.
Let's go with the left wide receiver. We've got Will Shepherd. Not here yet, but it's Will Shepherd. We know what he is. One of the most highly sought after receivers in the portal this last cycle.
Do you remember who we had here at this point last year? I think it might have been Montana.
Probably.
Kind of crazy to think about.
Is Jordan Tyson still on the roster then?
No. I think that Will Shepherd is just going to be a total fan favorite. And obviously a favorite for Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect replacement for Zay.
Yeah.
And I also think that he can do some other things even better than Zay. And I'm so excited to see that.
I mean, he's bigger than Zay. I mean, Zay was kind of a jack of all trades, but Will Shepherd can really be a red zone just monster. And Shedeur's so good at throwing a ball high or back shoulder and stuff that Will Shepherd's the perfect guy to take advantage of all that.
Yeah, they just barely missed on a couple like red zone fades to Zay that I think Will Shepherd would have.
I'm trying to find the show from last year so I can get the thing. Next guy, let's go with the outside receiver.
Hold on. Eldridge said Dylan will not start with Alton. We just only have one running back on the.
Yeah.
I feel like if we were to do slash starters, it would be a cop out. So.
Well, and running back of all the positions is the position that sees like the most rotation.
Oh yeah.
All right, I found the show. The other receiver starting on the outside, him.
Yeah. Enough said. The most talented receiver in the country.
Most talented player in the country.
Yes, absolutely. But as we're talking about receiver, his jumping ability, his ability to react to the football, his ability to get himself open. Remember, last year was kind of the first time he ever even focused on the wide receiver position. He played it at Jackson State, but it was a lot more just like go beat Travis. And in that regard, he got so much better at the wide receiver position last year. He's only going to get more and more
polished.
Yeah, exactly. More and more polished, more and more effective this year.
Mm-hmm. And then in the slot, LaJohntay Wester.
Hell yeah. Obviously, Jimmy's going to get his burn, but LaJohntay Wester is so good.
Shedeur brought him here for a reason.
Yes, exactly. And someone did point out to me that they were recruited together at FAU. So that's how far back their relationship goes. But Shedeur wanted him to come here, and he's going to catch the ball a lot.
Shedeur, a former FAU commit to Willie Taggart when he was the head coach there. Also, before Coach Prime got the Jackson job.
Mentioning PFF grades is not using PFF grades as the only thing that we're talking about here. But it's just like mentioning stats. It's a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
It's not everything.
No.
It's a I guess a tool that you can use to see a number next to a player. Mm-hmm. No one is using that as the end all be all of anything here.
It's like the NFL Combine. It's just a tool. It's just a data point is what it is. You shouldn't base opinions off of PFF grades and Combine numbers. It's just doesn't work out well if you do it that way.
Yep. Anyways, I think that Jimmy Horn is going to play a lot, but if I have to choose one player in the slot, which by the way, this is just one combination of 11 players. Mm-hmm. You could take Shimon Mateer off the field and add Jimmy Horn.
Yep.
You could take Alton McCaskill off the field and add Jimmy Horn.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ways to get him involved. And this is just the peak, the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the wide receiver position. Mm-hmm. Omarion Miller, oh gosh, I'm blanking right now. Terrell Timmons. Mm-hmm. You just go on down the list. There's so many options there that are going to play.
So this is what we had last year. Shedeur. We had Dylan at running back. We had Tank left tackle, Jada left guard, Van Wells center, Tyler Brown right guard, Savion right tackle, Zico at tight end. And then at wide receiver, we had Travis, Jimmy, and Omarion Miller.
That's a bannable offense. Goodbye. Never want to see my name next to that logo again.
Am I reading this right?
That was hilarious, though.
It's not. It was a fun way to get banned.
I am going to screenshot that.
It's fucked up.
Do you have any takeaways on our starters from last year? Do you want to see it?
Oh, yeah. My number one takeaway is that our graphic this year is amazing. Your computer so dark, bro? Your brightness button broken?
There's a lot of things broken with this thing.
Wow. Okay, so we had Omarion Miller.
Yeah, we called our shot.
We were calling our shot on Omarion.
We did. That was before Zay committed, though. So this was way, 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 way earlier than this time last year. January 19th.
Oh, shit. Okay. What about our last one? You don't have to look
Zay had to have been in there. I don't know why we wouldn't include him.
Huh. We did all right for not knowing really anything about the team at that point.
Yeah. I mean, we were 2.5, 3 weeks into the Coach Prime era then.
Yep. We have multiple players on there who transferred after we did that.
Yep.
But again, we didn't know who their replacements were.
All right. Before we get to defense, quick shout out to our friends over at Breckenridge Brewery. You guys know we love our Breck Brews down here at DNVR. Come hang out with us at the bar, have a few Breck Brews, or use the Breck Brew beer locator if you're not here at the bar. What is going on in chat today?
I don't know. They're wilding.
This is crazy. Also, shout out to the bar for having the meanest quesadilla I've had in a long time.
Good for you, man.
Thanks, bro. But bigger shout out to Breckenridge Brewery. Use that beer locator. And then Fubo.
Shout out Fubo TV. If we were in Studio A right now, I would have Fubo TV up so we could be watching the women's basketball game. It has Pac-12 Network. It has Altitude so you can watch the Avs and Nuggets. It has everything. So check out our friends over at Fubo TV and find a way to watch all of your favorite teams. It's a great deal. It's the best way to pull the plug is to get Fubo TV, so get in on that. By the way, Buffs up 3, about halfway through the third quarter, 36-33.
All right.
I'm going to pull it up.
That's going to be coming down to the wire by the time we finish this.
I know, it's stressing me out.
Big day of Buffs basketball, by the way. All right, let's get into it. Defensive starters. One more thing. Hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. And, all right. Are you ready for this?
We're sleeping on David Connor at guard, according to the chat.
We're sleeping on everyone. Where do we start defensively here?
I don't know. Whatever one that you got wrong.
I got wrong?
Just get it out of the way.
Do you want to?
No. Let's just go left to right here.
Left to right. All right. I don't know which one this is.
Let's go edge. Left edge.
Okay. Left edge is, I think, a lot of people's favorite transfer at this point, Sam Okunlola.
Sammy Sacks, baby. Let's go. Fired up about Samuel Okunlola, and he absolutely can be a difference maker for this team.
He, of course, kind of played in that role player role last season, but
what is happening?
I don't know what happened, Alyssa.
Just hang on.
But yeah, he's one of the guys I think that comes in with one of the highest ceilings from this transfer class. And I mean, he's got a pedigree of brothers who are playing college football. I can't help but feel like this guy's just going to be, at the worst, a good addition to this defense.
Yeah, an absolute steal in the transfer portal as far as I'm concerned. And a guy who's not only going to make big plays for this team this year, but for a long time. I think he ends up being like a legitimate one of those players who people will say is one of their favorite Buffs.
Defensive tackle. This is another area where we had some conversation. So for this first one, we went with a guy returning, actually. We went with Demouy McClain.
Yep. And there's absolutely room for discussion here. You can go with Torrin Carter, and I wouldn't push back heavily on you there. But I don't know, man. Amari's kind of got an aura to him this offseason.
He just feels like a guy that ever since he got here last offseason, all he's done is stack days and gotten better.
Yep. And he really came on, I thought, had his best games at the end of the season. So this is one that I think we're kind of calling our shot a little bit, but I think he's gonna play a lot.
Again, this is another position with a tons of rotation. Like, I don't know, 2 series go by and you're already rotating a whole new defensive line. So Torian Carter's definitely going to play. Next,
and same with Anquin Barnes.
Definitely. Next defensive tackle, though, the block bully. Great
nickname. Such a great nickname. And the one person who just about everyone I've talked to that's up in Boulder sings this dude's praises. Talking about how hard he works in the weight room, talking about how, he's a likable guy, he's funny. Like, people only have good things to say about Chidozie Nwankwo.
Yep. Maybe slightly undersized for defensive tackles concerns, but he is an absolute fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Good luck moving that guy.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily agree with the idea that like you have to be a certain height to play that position.
Right.
Your job is to eat up space and blockers.
Well, look, if you're below average height wise at that position, you kind of have a built-in leverage advantage at that point too.
Yep. Absolutely. You should be excited about him.
The other edge, we had some conversations here. We went with BJ Green.
Yep. And BJ Green is getting like random hate right now.
It's crazy.
And I only say that because I've seen it not only publicly but also in like group chats. You want to talk about sleeping? I think people are sleeping on BJ Green.
Yeah, no doubt.
None of these players are perfect. And you can go through someone's film and point out something that you don't like about anyone. But I personally focus on what guys can do, try to, more than what they can't do or don't do. What this guy does is produce when he's on the field. Makes plays, gets in the backfield, gets sacks, gets after people, chases people down. Like, he just makes plays.
And another guy who's just stacked good years and has come from being a walk-on into a great, like a solid starting caliber at the worst player on Power 5 defense, Power 4, whatever we're going by now.
Yep.
Of course, Quincy Wiggins in the conversation as well.
I'm telling you guys,
and Keaton Wade.
You're gonna regret saying bad things about BJ Green.
All right, let's go to the linebackers. Of course, we're in that 4-2-5, and this guy, we had him last year at this time, or I guess earlier than this time. Levante Bentley comes back for, I think, that COVID year season that he's had, and another guy who's just only gotten better, I think, since he's gotten to Boulder. He's become a real leader, not only in this defense, but on the team as well.
Sorry, the chat is just distracting me with the BJ
it's too
Green.
much right now.
Hey, we've watched BJ Green's tape. We also watched him play in person, and watched several ASU games live last year. I'm telling you, the dude is a player.
This is crazy.
I know, but it's like, you know, I always say a documentary can convince anybody of anything. It's kind of, you know, you can make someone look bad if you want to. I don't know, and I don't even know where everyone got this idea, but I know everyone's not out there turning on the tape.
Exactly. Yeah.
So someone said something somewhere that has people feel in a certain way. BJ Green can play.
You guys watch the tape. Stop telling us. The other linebacker. This is another one with some discussion. We went with Jalen Wester. Well, he graded out as one of the better linebackers in the G5.
If you say that, it means you don't know ball.
Of course. LeJounte's brother. But a guy who, again, maybe slightly undersized when you look at like the typical measurements for the position, but he's just a heat-seeking missile. See ball, get ball. That's all he does.
Yeah, and obviously they went out and got DJ Lundy, and that was a big, big addition to this position. And then they lost him. And I thought being able to go out and get Jalen Wester was a huge response to that situation.
Yep.
I really like Jalen Wester. And yes, I have seen his tape, just like I've seen BJ Green's, and his tape's really good.
Y'all are inspiring me right now to dig into ASU tape.
Do a Buffs film room?
Maybe, or just put some stuff on Twitter just to stop the nonsense.
That's actually a great idea. That is a good idea. To get some clips out there so that people stop talking crazy.
Alrighty. Let's start on the right side here, Alyssa. He's back. Him. Outside cornerback, the best overall player in the country, Travis Hunter.
Enough said.
I was going through yesterday just watching some of his highlights, man. We're so lucky.
I say it all the time. Don't take a single day for granted that he's in black and gold.
Unreal. He is, you know, there's like, someone said it yesterday, he's more like a gambler at cornerback, but it's calculated risks with him because he's a film grinder and he just anticipates plays and knows the game so well because he plays both sides that it may look like he's a gambler, but he's also like very sound and just athletically a freak too. Like he can do it all.
100%. He honestly, I think that people totally underrate the position that Shador and Travis were in last year. The reason I bring up both is because both of them did things that make them look like a gambler, I guess is the word you would use for Travis. And a word for Shador would be like a hero ball. Both of those guys were trying to make plays to win the game because the roster wasn't good enough to go out and just win games playing. Like those guys had to be superheroes to win some of the games they were playing in. Not all of them, but some of them. And so what happens is you have Travis Hunter thinking like, I need to get an interception for us here to give us a chance to win this.
Yep.
And so he's gambling a little bit more. This season, I think with a more talent-rich roster, you won't see Shedeur feeling like he's going to have to run around for 6 seconds back there to try and find an open guy on 2nd and 9 because he doesn't trust the protection to hold up on 3rd and 9. Same thing with Travis. I think you see him play a lot. He's still going to gamble because he's really good at it.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to see him play a lot more clean, sticky coverage.
Mm-hmm. In the slot, we've got Preston Hodge. We've talked quite a bit about Preston Hodge, I think, since he's gotten here. And especially since Robert Livingston was announced as the defensive coordinator, and you look back at how the Bengals use the nickel in so many different ways, and you look at what Preston Hodge has done, just playing outside, playing inside. I'm not even going to turn my head.
It's just a funny comment.
But he seems like a real game changer on this defense.
Yeah, I'm really excited for him, and so are people in the building. Players, coaches, all really excited about Preston Hodge. He was a really big addition.
At safety, we'll do the right one. And this is all we're going to say. Cam.
Let's go.
We're not allowed to talk about him.
We're not supposed to talk about Cam.
Yeah. Per his request, by the way, too.
Per his
if
request.
You're not in.
Cam. He's Cam.
He's just Cam.
And he's starting.
He's the best, though. Playing next to him, I mean, Headache Gang CEO.
Yep.
He's in the game, too.
He is in the game. 99 hit power. Another guy that I like this term. I think it should be used more. Overhated.
Yeah. Here's the thing with Shiloh. He is what he is. Like, he is a physical downhill safety.
Yep.
He makes plays on the football. Like, he can be a little risky. He's not going to, always be the most sound tackler in terms of like wrapping up and just trying to get a guy to the ground. He's there to make an impact, create turnovers. That's what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And he's really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And his presence is felt every single game. And the last place is the one position that we did not come to a consensus on.
We did not. I actually won out in this one.
You did. I lowered my barrel and said you can have this one.
All right. Let me state my argument then for Cormani McClain. This is just a big spring for him. I think we all know that. We've talked about how he didn't enter the portal and stuff, and that's a sign. And he's talked about how he's taking things more seriously and all this. And it's all going to be proven this spring to see exactly which Cormani McClain we are getting. I just feel like you can't ignore the length. You can't ignore the athletic ability. Just he is, besides Travis, he's the best prospect they have at cornerback. He's the most talented.
Absolutely. And I stand by what I said last week, which is that Cormani reaching his potential could take this team to different heights.
Mm-hmm.
But I also said in that video that I don't think that it's his job to lose. Remember, we disagreed on that. You said it's his job to lose. I think it's his job to win. Cormani coming into his own, he'll win this job.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the favorite to be there is DJ McKinney. Another young guy, another guy with length, another guy who, to be quite clear, played better than Cormani last year.
Definitely played more than Cormani did last year.
Like I said, I want Cormani to come into his own and to burst onto the scene and become the second lockdown corner for this team. But if I had to pick right now, before that spring that you're talking about happens, I'm going to pick DJ McKinney.
Look, man, Cormani he's got some things to work on. He's got to be more mature. We know that. He's got to be, I'd even say even more bought into the program than he has been in previous years. But the ceiling, like, Coach Prime believes in him, I think. And I think that a lot of his teammates believe in him. And I think just a year removed from all the nonsense of the recruitment and all that, he just needs to be a regular player again. Just Worry about football, man. You don't have to worry about all this other stuff. You don't even worry about starting. Just go out there and do your thing at cornerback, and it should resolve itself.
Yes. And I hope that happens. I really do. Also, I think Omarion Cooper should be mentioned.
Absolutely.
Because he could absolutely take this job. And I thought he was good last year. I thought he was underrated last year in his performances, and he can get better from where he was at. So I'm excited for what he brings to the table as well. They should feel a lot better about the depth of that position this year. I also think, like, you said Coach Prime believes in Cormani, and I couldn't agree more. But I think that Coach Prime has a different level of patience this year. I don't think he's going to have the same patience that he had last year.
He's demonstrated that, definitely.
Yep.
I mean, it's the storyline of spring football, I think.
Yeah.
It's Cormani McClain.
Yep. And he looks great. He looks like he's been attacking the weight room. He's got, I mean, like I said, he could be the linchpin to make this defense a totally different. I don't think Omarion Cooper moved to safety. That was Carter Stoudemire.
People are saying that because in that well-off video or something, Coach Prime told him to go to your position, and Cooper went with the safety.
Oh God! All right. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying he's not listed on the roster as a safety, though.
He's still listed as a corner.
Yes.
Not even DB.
Well, now you're making me doubt myself.
All right. Well, maybe he moved.
We've got him at. Cornerback.
Okay.
So last year we had on the edges Jordan Dominic and Taylor Upshaw. He actually went out and started and did some things for Arizona.
Yeah, he played. He ran his mouth a bit too.
Yeah, and then he did nothing against CU. He got called for a 15-yarder, I think.
I think he had a one play.
Okay, we'll give him one, but he also hurt them, I think, twice in that game.
Yeah. But he was a good player.
Yeah. Defensive tackle, we had Leonard Payne and Shane Cokes, which I think we nailed that.
Yep.
Maybe it was more Amari McNeil as the season went on, but that's what we had. At linebacker, we had Levante Bentley. That was easy. And then we called our shot again. We threw in Morgan Pearson. He didn't see the field, and he's another guy who's rumored to have switched to tight end.
Yep. And also, this was pre-Demouy Kennedy, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
So there you go.
In the secondary, we had Travis Hunter, of course.
Got that one right.
Yeah. And we had Cormani McClain.
Yeah.
This was a legendary moment, by the way.
We called Cormani McClain as a starter before he was even committed to the team.
Yeah.
Then he committed like that night, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like that day or the day after.
That's awesome.
Then we had Cam in the slot. He, of course, didn't start that week one, but he played slot. He played safety. So, I don't know. Do you give us half credit for that? Yeah. Full credit?
Played a lot of football.
But in at safety, we had, this is before Shiloh, too. We had Trevor Woods and Slusher. So we were literally we called our shots on some young guys, but we didn't have Zay, we didn't have Shiloh, we didn't have Demouy.
Yep.
I can't even remember at this point.
Yep. And obviously, if Shiloh was on the team, we would have had him as a starter, because if you go look at the last one we did, we had him as a starter. I think we had Shiloh and Trevor. We got a lot of shit for it, and then those two started on week one.
Yes. There it is. How bad do you think the reaction's going to be?
I don't know. People, I just don't understand getting mad.
Some people are mad right now.
I know, that's what I mean. I don't like. I totally understand if someone disagrees. We're not. I'm not trying to act like our opinion is the only one that matters.
Right.
But being mad over the opinion is weird to me.
All right, let's move on then. But first, a word from our friends at Premier Members Credit Union. If you guys like saving money, if you also like making money, you should switch over to Premier Members Credit Union. Right now, if you just open a checking account and sign up for e-statements, you can get $200. Do you like money?
I do.
Then open an account at Premier Members Credit Union.
Yes, sir.
They have all the tools to help you save smarter. Again, when you become a new member at PMCU, you'll get $200. Just open a checking account, sign up for e-statements. It's that easy. This will be your best money move yet. Head to becomepremier.com to find out more.
Also, shout out Empire Today, the absolute best in the flooring biz. They hooked us up with a brand new floor for Studio A. It looks fantastic. It's scratch resistant. It's installed properly, unlike our old one. It's a beautiful thing. So huge shout out to our friends over at Empire Today, and you can get $350 off your new floors. What a deal! What a deal when you go to empiretoday.com/DNVR. So hit up our friends at Empire Today. You know the jingle. Get your 350% off. $350 off. 350% off would be crazy.
If you need a new floor, just go open a checking account with Premier Members Credit Union. You save $550 if you do that Empire Today offer.
It's true. It's true.
It's a lot of money.
It's called a parlay where I'm from.
Yes, sir. CU basketball. Right now, the women are about
47-36, 8 minutes left. 47-38, 8 minutes left.
We're looking pretty good.
This would be a huge win for them. Mm-hmm. Truly would be a huge win for them. They got the big win yesterday, which actually moved them up 5 spots in the net ranking, which is crazy for one game, but they won by so much, and net really likes blowouts. But they're 0-2 against this Oregon State team this year. So being able to get a win against them would be huge, and I think could get them really back into a conversation for a much higher seed. Right now they're being looked at as a 4 seed. Mm-hmm. You win this one, heck, maybe you have a chance to fight back to the 2 line.
Yep. As it stands, Jalen is leading the team with 15 points. Mask on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're a massive
Dude,
mask
we never got to
program.
talk about this. Jalen Sherrod and one. Damn, on the floor. Jalen Sherrod pulling up to senior day with 2 black eyes is so legendary and so fitting of her career.
Yep.
Like, got her nose broken by an elbow from just being in the mix, and then pulls up to senior day, like getting her flowers on the court, just double black eye. I just loved it. It was so fitting for just the way that she plays and all the blood, sweat, and tears that she's left out on that court.
Yep, she's a dog.
Freedom.
So up 12 now. We'll check in on this right before we end the show, but also a big game tonight for the men taking on Oregon. We know that when the Ducks come to Boulder, it's pretty much a wrap that CU is going to win.
Yep.
But CU on the road to Oregon, a little bit of a different story, and just CU on the road in general this season, a completely different story.
And everyone on the road is different, and no one on the road is all that good. But they've really struggled on the road this year. I'm going to say this, and I could be wrong, but I feel pretty confident in saying this. They win tonight, they're in the tournament. Mm-hmm. Now, could it be a disaster if you got like blown out by Oregon State on Saturday and then lost in the first? Oh, I guess you wouldn't even be in the first. So you know what? No, nothing. They win tonight, they're in the tournament.
Okay.
I feel confident in saying that. And DraftKings feels even more confident than me.
Yeah.
They have them at minus 180 or 190 to make the tournament right now, plus 150 to miss the tournament. There's been this an air of negativity around this team all year that I think has gotten people down on them. Meanwhile, like, Vegas is just telling us, like, no, yeah, they're going to the tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that stat. What is it? Net rating?
Yep.
Top 31 teams in net since that stat has been around have all made the tournament. CU, last we knew, was 30th in that stat. We'll see what happens after tonight, of course, but they're in... All the signs are looking very good. It was really just that 3-game road trip. They dropped that 3-game road trip. They got blown out by Arizona. They lost by 3 to ASU, and then they lost that tough game to Cal when they were up by a ton at the half. That's really the trip that kind of, I guess, soured everyone a little bit on this team.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of been taken out on them ever since. By the way, back-to-back threes from Oregon State has us back to a 6-point game.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, go get the win tonight. You are guaranteed to finish 3rd in the Pac-12,
Well, even if they lose tonight,
they can still get.
they can still get third.
It would need a win against Oregon State and a Oregon loss to Utah. Either way, though, just go win.
Yeah.
You
Make it easy
control
on
your
yourself.
destiny. Win tonight, you get third in the Pac-12, which I think would be the highest they've ever finished in the regular season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a chance to kind of control your own destiny here tonight. You feel really comfortable about where you're going if you win this game tonight.
I've been looking. I don't have any word on Cody.
Damn.
So we'll see. Stay tuned on that one. See if we get something before tip-off tonight at 7. And then Saturday, right? The 9th. Season finale at Oregon State. Yep, Saturday. It's all in front of them, man.
Let's get it. Getting a little scary here for the women's team.
Guys, I don't care. Stop.
About what?
What another YouTube channel said about BJ Green.
Oh. I would just say recommend everyone
Watch the film yourself.
For yourself,
Yes.
not someone else's. Watch the film yourself. If you come away saying that the guy can't play, well, then we can just disagree.
Yeah.
But what's up, Justin?
What's up, Justin? How you doing, bro? All right, what do we got, Alyssa? One more time, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Big Teasy, you want this one?
Let's go. Big Teasy with the super sticker hippo character going really fast on his chair, propelling the chair across the room.
These hippos are crazy, man. I tell you what.
Spencer brought his son Sawyer in here the other day, and I was doing that with the wheelie chairs. I just was holding him and just zooming around the room. He was
Just giggling.
just loving it, just having the time of his life.
Yep. Big Teasy. The video the Funky Dope producer promised was all our favorite moments from last season compiled as hype video.
Speak for yourself.
I forgot about that. I really did. When he mentioned that the other one, I was like, don't bring up the deleted one. But it was this one. I forgot about that.
All right.
Who is next? Ivan. Who is replacing Bishop in the Rick Ross package? To Chidozie?
That would be awesome.
I mean, if you want to really bring in size, it's Torian Carter and Quinn Barnes. Because those are 320-ish pound men that you can just throw in at fullback.
Yeah.
That's going to clear a hole.
There is something to be said, though, about being able to move quickly,
Of course.
which is why Bishop was running down kicks.
I mean, yeah, he's just an alien, really.
Yeah. But yeah, it's. I'm in on the block bully, fullback. Let's go.
Give him the ball,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, sure. Broken squat like 1,000 pounds. So just get him. Let's go. Brotherly shove with Chidozie.
We can't put Shador in that situation.
No, that's why you just put Chidozie under center.
Under center? I see what you're saying.
You can put Anquin Barnes and Torian Carter behind him.
Oh, my God.
Honestly, like, you might be able to break football if you do that.
I feel like it would have been tried already.
I don't know.
This is probably one of the most random super chats we've ever gotten. Tay asks, bro, why is Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson?
As our resident
That's a
Jake, you're going to have to speak on this.
I don't know. I mean, I guess credit to Jake Paul, who's actually solidified himself a bit as a boxer, but Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson.
Is this really happening?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I hope Mike Tyson literally launches him out of the ring with a punch.
Well, here's the thing with Jake Paul.
Should I be like team YouTuber?
I don't know. Do we have to align ourselves with the YouTuber?
Because I really don't want to. But, I hold it down for my team. Jeez, the Buffs are losing now.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the score?
51-50.
All right. Yeah, this is going to happen on July 20th, a Netflix live stream between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Oh, what I was going to say, the thing with Jake Paul fights, though, is like, I don't know if they sign an agreement or something, but they don't go after each other in those fights.
Oh, like it's not a real
There's
fight.
There's a lot of clenching. There's a lot of like, you've never really seen big punches in those fights.
Can I make a case for more random ass super chat questions?
Please.
I like that.
That was great.
Mike is 57. You know he still can throw though.
So, I mean, this news came out and Mike Tyson videos started popping up on the timeline today, and it's like, yeah, he could still rock someone.
God, I really hope he destroys Jake Paul.
But can you imagine if you're Jake Paul and you like land a good one on 57-year-old Mike Tyson? Like, how is that you can't win that battle?
Yeah, I think every Jake Paul fight is the dumbest thing ever.
It really is, honestly.
Like, I don't know, if you're gonna actually fight, get into the actual like mix.
Yes.
But someone answered the question, which is why are they fighting? And they answered it perfectly. Money.
Yeah, that's why Jake Paul's been doing this.
Yep.
D Campos with the super chat. Can't wait to go to Folsom, watch CU destroy NDSU, hit the DNVR bar for some Breck brews after, and head back to North Dakota and laugh at all my friends who are North Dakota State fans. DNVR tailgate before the game.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
Of
course.
Tailgate's going to be crazy. Our last tailgate last year was our best one.
We were
TCU? Just building on. No. The last tailgate.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like
yes.
we were just building every single, and like that last tailgate was crazy.
Mm-hmm. All our tailgates were awesome.
Yes.
Personal favorite for me coming in Tempe.
That was your favorite tailgate?
Mm-hmm.
I remember you talking a lot about that one. I got a little too lit up at that tailgate.
Oh, I didn't drink. I don't drink at the tailgates.
What a professional.
Someone's got to actually work around here on game day.
Someone has to get drunk and bring the takes.
That's true.
I feel like from 2022 to 2023, I cut down my consumption at games quite a bit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to take another step in that direction this year.
Okay. We're not going to Tempe, so you don't get to lead the band this time.
I'll find a new band.
Another one.
Just get me seats next to the band. I'll do the rest. That's all that happened in Tempe is my seat was literally 1 foot away from the band.
Oh, what a legendary moment. That would make the year-long Buffs highlight package.
Yep.
That might lead the entire package.
It might.
Look at this. Alyssa's fan club with the super chat. With all due respect, we need an Alyssa side cam or something. Some of us are not here for two bros, but for the lady and the Joes, also that front four is scary. With Gandalf as the profile picture.
Alyssa, if you want to have your own personal cam, you're welcome to.
Okay, one day.
She's got a camera downstairs.
I do.
Yeah.
One day. But I just want to say I feel very honored to have a fan club because in 7th grade, 8th grade, I can't remember, I had a hate club because girls are mean. So the come up.
Wow,
you were all
that's
over in the
true
bird
blow-up.
book then, huh?
Probably.
Oh man.
Sheesh.
The number one feature of Alyssa Cam would be that sometimes Jake says something and me and Alyssa just look at each other like, did he just say that?
What do I say?
Just like you mispronounced something or whatever, just being you.
Hey man, my mind works faster than my mouth sometimes.
All right.
A lot of times. Nicholas, when do practices start? A week from Monday.
Let's go.
That is the 18th.
Week from Monday, as pointed out by our dear friend Uncle Neely. Also our friend-iversary.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. 1 year ago, we hadn't even done a show with Uncle Neely.
That is wild to think about.
Very.
The last year, I don't know, 15 months or so, 16 months or so have just been, I don't know.
A whirlwind?
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things that whenever this is inevitably all over, it'll take some time to look back and actually process everything that happened.
Totally. What was I just about to say?
Where are we at?
It is Buffs by 1. I'm trying to figure out. They just had like a review of sorts. Trying to figure out what happened in the review. Okay, Buffs have the ball back. 2 minutes left. Up 1. Scary hours.
Do we live react to the ending of this game?
Sure. While we get these questions, though.
Yep. Ivan again. Who's taking the kick/punt returner spots? I like both freshmen at those spots, Draylon and Cam. I like that.
Wow, that would be really cool to get them involved in that way.
It's risky, but man, I think Dylan should get more returns.
Jimmy Horn.
Okay.
Jimmy Horn as definitely kick returner.
Also, LeJontay Wester. I mean, he was first team punt returner in his conference last year.
Yeah. No, I mean, punt returner is a very different position to me. You really have to just have an emphasis on catching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I hate more than a muffed punt. It's the ultimate waste of a possession. Kick returner, just give me Jimmy. I would be down for Dylan too, but I think in their limited returns, Jimmy looked a little more electric.
To Ivan's point, though, Cam Michael, man.
Oh, yeah.
You can't keep that speed off the field.
53-51 Buffs with the ball, 25 seconds on the shot clock, 1:36 left in the game.
Luis Alvarado with the super chat. I'm just excited we have depth in every position. We have potential starters on roster. This team is going to be havoc. We hope. And yeah, we agree that the roster is greatly, greatly improved.
Turnover.
Especially this time this year over this time last year.
Oregon State ball. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Don't foul. Foul.
Big Teasy, are you all going to be there Tuesday or leaving? I think we're leaving Tuesday evening.
Tuesday afternoon,
Okay.
like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So that answers that?
There will be a show then, by the way, too.
Yes. Yes. I remember the plan this time.
Okay. Alyssa's fan club is back again. How many Buffs make all Big 12 next season? 2 are a lock. Travis and Shador.
I'm going to put the over-under at 3.5. Take the over.
Mm-hmm.
53-53. 1 minute left, Jake.
All right.
Buffs ball, 26 seconds on the shot clock.
Eric asked if we found out who Scoob was yet.
No.
Did you learn? No.
Oh, great post entry.
Could someone share with us if you do know?
Shit.
Paisley, what's up? Which freshman do you guys think will get the first start? So, well, besides Jordan Seaton or
Yeah, Jordan Seaton.
So then we've got Micah Welsh, Cam Michael, Draylon Miller, Eric Brantley, Brandon Davis Swain, and I feel like I'm missing one. We had 7. Kieran Garcia, linebacker.
Really quick update. 55 seconds left. Got the ball down to Aaronette Von Lay. Got blocked by Beers. Is that her name? Mm-hmm. But now it's going to review. It should have been a foul call. It's the classic review to see who it's out on. They should have called just a foul because she hit her hand and not the ball. But it's going to end up being Oregon State ball.
Well, we're at 54 seconds left.
Barron said, where are you guys going? We are going to Las Vegas for the Pac-12 men's basketball tournament.
Answer the question, though. Which freshman do you think will start first? I'm going to say Draylon Miller.
We're excluding Jordan Seaton then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say Dre as well.
Cool. Buffs News Weekly. Did you guys know about Weaver's injury he revealed in his YouTube video from all season? The shoulder injury.
Yeah, torn labrum that he dealt with all season is pretty crazy for a guy who has to reach above his head to catch passes.
Since week 2.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't remember. If Neely
No,
told
I didn't.
us.
I didn't know. I know he when he was banged up on his ankle.
Yeah, I don't think we knew about that one. Barron, the super chat. Colorado versus Oklahoma State determines the Big 12 champs.
Or that is Oklahoma State.
That'd be electric.
That would be so great.
Could be a battle for the Heisman at that point if Ollie Gordon's having a crazy season and Shador and Travis are doing their thing.
True, man. That'll be like 7 p.m. ESPN.
Who needs
Saturday
Texas and Oklahoma,
night,
man?
Yeah. All right, here we go. It's going to be Oregon State basketball. 55 seconds left. Wait. What's going on here?
Super chat from Luis again. Any tips on getting a hotel for a game? Prices with side eyes. Yeah, man, it's pretty outrageous out here.
My tip would be to not get the hotel in Boulder. Look in Louisville, Superior, Broomfield, or Westminster.
I mean, Denver's not even that far, too. If you can find something in Denver.
Oh, timeout.
If you have your game day plans all figured out and you're able to do stuff, kill a few hours before game time in Boulder, just come up from Denver if you can find a good price here.
Totally. Yeah. And then you can come hang out at the bar on Friday night.
Yeah, for sure. Big TZ again. RK random chat. Big TZ in the house.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
I saw someone ask us about Demouy Kennedy. I don't think. Have you heard anything
No.
about Demouy recently?
Been pretty quiet.
I'd assume he's pretty much healthy now. He was mostly out there special teams last year. Had some defensive rotation later in the season, but he was always charting as one of the fastest players on the team.
I mean, he has fantastic traits.
Yeah.
For him, it just comes down to gap discipline.
But
you're ahead of us, D-Mills. Don't spoil.
But Demouy is like another guy who a big spring, and it wouldn't be surprised to see him starting.
All right. Shot clock is off. I think he's saying they called a timeout here. Yep. 21 seconds. Please don't spoil. Actually, maybe just hide the chat for right now. Or do we just wrap? We want to react? Let's react.
We should.
All right. Hide the chat. No spoilers.
I'll look at the chat. I want to talk to them real quick.
Okay.
What do y'all got in here?
You know what I think we should do after this show? Cut BJ Green clips.
Probably. First thing I'm going to do.
I'm down. Let's do it. Oh, also we have to name cities.
How did you progress further in that yesterday with Henry?
Yeah, we got to like 109 million.
And so, wait, what was the goal when I left? Because you hit that goal and then I left. Was it 100 million?
100 million, yeah, we did get to 100 million. And I think, yeah, that was... Because remember, I was like, I got to get to 100 million before the show. And I didn't get anywhere near it. Then by the time we were done with the show, I was like, did you guys hit it yet? They're like, no, not even close. The game is you have to try to name as many cities as you can without looking it up and try to get the largest population. So there's 330 million people in America. We were at like 110 when we finished yesterday. Crazy part is we couldn't think of all 50 capitals.
I mean, we're not 17 years old in high school anymore, bro.
But also the hard part is you can't see which ones you don't have. So if you gave me a list of all the states and I had to fill in the capitals, I think I could hit at a pretty high rate. But just trying to remember which one you haven't gotten is really hard.
I agree. But even the capitals that you guys were throwing out yesterday, I was like, oh, yeah, I could probably maybe get 30, 35.
Like Bismarck, North Dakota.
No, didn't you guys hit New Hampshire or something? And I was like, oh, Jesus. Like,
Yeah. Okay, here we go. 19 seconds. Jalen Sherrod with the ball. Dribbling up. Tie game, 53-53. 13, 12, 11, 10. Making sure she gets the last shot. 8, 7. Here comes the screen. She denies it. Crossover behind the back. 4, 3, 2. She shoots. No good.
we're going to OT.
Damn. Overtime in Las Vegas. It's a great look.
Oh,
Sorry. I had to.
we don't know.
No.
Please stop, by the way.
What, asking about Cormani?
Yes.
Yes, I agree. Damn, that would have been so legendary.
We got another one from Mark. You guys are the tool we all use to reconcile the daily CU Buffs football news. Thank you for keeping it going in the offseason. You are so appreciated. Sco Buffs. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've seen some people say that our content has gone dry.
Look, man, the offseason is the offseason for everyone, okay?
What I was going to say is like the offseason is just like for us. You know what I mean? Like no one's like helicoptering in to like check in. Like it's just a place for us to talk Buffs.
Yeah.
It's on Pac-12 Network, by the way.
Also, I completely understand if like, I mean, I did
and that's
this
what I was going to get to.
Like, I didn't always listen to football shows during the off season. Like, I still don't like listen to what I usually listen to from July to January that I do now. You know,
100%. Yeah, I mean, I'm someone who's a fan of all sports. So when NFL season ends, like I just seamlessly transition into NBA, NHL season. You know what I mean? Like, but it's not like it's not a secret that there's not a lot to talk about right now.
Right.
I think we do a pretty good job of coming up with things.
I think so too. Try our best at least. Jim says, "Happy birthday, RK. How old are you?" He is turning 54 today.
Wow, it's fucked up. I'm turning 32 on Saturday.
Damn, you're old, bro.
Yeah, I've been, building this company for 10 years so you could have a good job.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you. At least I've been following for most of it, though.
Fair.
I mean, I'm a BSNer. That's pretty.
That's
pretty
big time
deep cut.
throwback. Turning 32. I like the number 32 better than 31. Still not a good number though. I'm looking forward to 33. That's Patrick Waugh and Larry Walker.
Positive message clothing says, "What's up, guys? I sent a gift package. Hope that you received.
Oh,
Keep
you
up
were
all the
gonna-
amazing." I know. Should I go grab it real quick? The note.
Sure. I mean, we're in overtime here.
Okay.
Might as well ride this out.
Be right back, chat.
All right. It's just me and Alyssa. Overtime has begun. Oregon State has the basketball. Let's get a stop here. I always feel like first basket of overtime is the most important one. Let's go. Travel. Nope. Alyssa, what's your take on BJ Green's film?
He's great. Amazing. What a beast.
All right, Buffs got the stop on the first possession. Here we go. Good post there, Annette Vonleh. She kicks it out. Free to Foreman. Jake's back. I know you guys were probably getting sick of my play-by-play. Come on, let's get this first bucket of overtime. Shoot that thing.
I don't know if this is the same person or not, but this is from.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. This is from our friend
Jalen.
Paul Holiday. What are we at?
55-53, but Buffs got the first bucket of overtime, which I was just telling the good people I feel is the most important.
Yeah, from Miami. I'm the owner of Positive Message Clothing, a brand that I designed and created in hopes of spreading positivity and inspiration. I just wanted to send you guys a small token of appreciation for all the amazing content you create at the DNVR bar and the pregame show. I would love to send you guys more things from my brand, and hopefully we can collab someday. Thank you for being so dope at what you do. Thank you for being so dope at sending us this stuff.
These glasses,
Yep.
fire. I look like that meme.
Appreciate you, Paul. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, they look cooler on camera. I'm feeling these. Shout out. Positive Message Clothing. I like this logo too. Pretty cool.
Yep.
And as you guys see, I wear be a good person all the time. So I'm a big fan of positive messages and clothing.
I'm just reading the chat. Holy cow. Super chat from Big PTZ again. He says, "Don't like hot peppers. They be jalapenos business."
Okay, by the way, did you first that's good. Did you hear about what's happening to jalapenos? Ooh, Buffs scored again.
No.
58-53. Must have been a 3. Probably Frida.
What's happening with jalapenos?
So Texas A&M, which obviously trash school ruins everything.
Right.
Researchers and developers at Texas A&M University had developed a way to produce more jalapenos.
Okay.
So like it's easier to produce, faster, whatever. Just one problem. They made them less spicy. This new process makes jalapenos less spicy. And so I don't know if you've noticed, but like jalapeno stuff just doesn't hit as hard as it used to. And it's Texas A&M's fault.
Damn it, Aggies.
So screw you, Texas A&M. Buffs up 58-54, 2 minutes, 39 seconds left.
Recent pepper issues. We went through that sriracha pepper shortage.
Yeah.
Do they still not have it? I can't find it anywhere.
I don't know.
And I'm panicking.
It might just be dead.
Every time I go to the store, I check. And one time, like about a year ago, they had like 4 or 5 bottles there. And I grabbed them all. So
You were
I've got,
smart.
Bro,
I messed
that's
up.
hoarding. That's probably why Alyssa couldn't
no.
get one the next time.
Actually, wait. Yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing. I am a very frequent sriracha user.
Uh-huh.
I'm just looking out for future Jake.
For number 1. Look it out for number 1.
Yeah.
2-point game. Fuck. 58-56, 2 minutes left. Our lead protection skills have not been good lately.
So this is a team they've battled against, man.
I know, but just like they're up 6 or whatever, just finish.
By the way, you guys missed some electric conversation that we had at lunch today.
Foul. Let's go. Yeah.
You want to tell the people your theory?
I don't remember how it started.
I don't remember either, but
It just started of like if we were like put back into the Civil War era,
yeah.
how we would do. And I was just saying like people weren't really built like me in the Civil War era. Like people would be like, damn, that guy's an absolute unit. They would probably have me leading the front lines.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be fine.
And then we were talking about making money if we were dropped in 1965, if we could bet on sports to make money.
Oh, yeah, that was a good question.
That was a great question, actually.
The question was, if you were taken right now to 1965, you get 5 years. So you're there from 1965 to 1970. You don't get any research. So you're literally, I snap my fingers, it's 1965, and you are...
This building's like a bank then, right?
It is. Actually, probably way past its bank days by then. Anyways, could you become rich off of sports betting without like just what you know about 1965 to 1970 right now?
I mean, I would try my best, but like Dre said, Super Bowl 4 is the big opportunity.
1-point game, 1 minute left. Just turn the ball over. Oregon State ball, 23 seconds on the shot clock.
Is there a film breakdown on jalapenos? Stay tuned.
Jalapeno film. All right.
Shout out to whoever shouted out New Mexico Peppers.
No. Oh, fuck. Down 1. 39 seconds. Timeout. Come on.
See, okay, Pog says bet on the Bulls 3-peat before they win a chip, but you're in the 60s. Like, it's only...
You're only there for 5 years.
Yeah. And then we're just dropped back in at 2024 or 2029.
Right. Also, do you know the Bulls 3-peat seasons off the top of your head?
No.
Me either. If we could do anything, I could definitely get Broncos back-to-back Super Bowls.
Right.
But I was saying, I think just based off of like being there for a minute, I could start to figure out where we were in the sports world. So like, I'm pretty sure that's right around the time that John Wooden is dominating at UCLA. I think they won 4 straight championships in the end of the 60s. I think. So once that's going on, you're like, oh, they have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the time, Lou Alcindor. Like, I know what's about to happen here. Let me bet on UCLA to win championships.
Yes.
Like, I think I wouldn't know it right now, but once I'm there and I'm in the environment, I think I start figuring out like, oh, here's where we are in the sports world.
Take a wild guess at college football's 1965 national championship.
60s. I'm going to say Alabama.
Correct.
Yeah. Bear Bryant, right?
Split titles, actually.
Okay.
Alabama with the AP, Michigan State with the coaches.
Coaches doesn't count for shit.
No.
All right, here we go. We're back on. They're just showing a replay right now.
You get to see prime O.J. Simpson at USC, late 60s.
Okay. You get the first Super Bowls, right?
Super Bowl 3 is what I meant. When you can bet big on the Jets money line. What do you think that money line was?
I don't know.
Plus 1,000
No way, really?
more, you think? It was like a massive upset.
I didn't know that. Was that the guarantee?
Yeah.
That's legendary.
Over
All
the
right, Buffs
Baltimore
ball.
Colts.
37 seconds left. Down 1. Jalen Sherrod has the ball. She drives. She finishes. Let's go. 30 seconds left. Kind of a 2-for-1 opportunity there. They kind of got it. I mean, Oregon State could have the clock expire on their next shot, but probably won't. 30 seconds on the shot
It'll be
clock.
close.
31 seconds on the game clock. Buffs likely to get another possession here.
We don't have to get out of here, do we?
Whoa, you have draft.
Oh, shit. I do have draft. What time is that at? Everyone's in there watching the game though right now. Anyways.
Really?
So, yeah.
Damn.
But now I know why Henry and Dre have peaked in this room over the last 10, 15 minutes.
Oh man, I'm nervous. All right, 30 seconds left.
We have another super chat.
Alyssa's fan club. Will practice be open to the media this spring?
That is a fantastic question.
I highly doubt it.
I
But
highly doubt it.
it might
too.
be open to Jake and RK a couple times.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, well, remember this is the time last year though they did let us in for a while.
They did until a certain person that everyone hates fucked it up.
Yep.
Bro, we're live watch along, end of the game.
Get the fuck out.
No, we're on the show. We're live on the show. We're watching the game.
Are you seriously live?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Oh. Wait, we got to review that.
Oh Lord.
That's hilarious.
What do you want me to do?
Sorry, bro. We're working. That was awesome. He didn't believe us.
He did not.
Oh, we are going to review it. Okay. We might get the same benefit that kind of screwed us at the end of the last game. Or regulation. Oh, is that off her pinky? Is that roll off of her pinky there?
Oh,
Kind of looks like her pinky's bending.
There's a super chat from Big Teasy, Alyssa. He wants to know how the Funky Dope producer got to DNVR.
Let's go. It's story time.
Yeah, story time. Love this. So I used to work for Altitude TV, which is kind of like the local regional sports. I worked on the Avs side, and I was the producer for their pre and post game show. And I actually have known Brandon, our CEO, for a long time, and so he was convincing me to come over here, and I was ready. And finally, after the season, they won the cup, and I almost died. I was like, I'm ready. We're ready. So yeah, I just came over pretty much right after that.
Hell yeah.
Liked everything you guys were doing over here and wanted to be a part of it. So
I just remember when Allie met Alyssa, which probably makes some people's heads explode because they think that's the same person. But Allie and Alyssa, what'd you guys get, coffee or something? She was so hype. She was like, oh, fuck, Alyssa is dope.
yeah, it was great. I think Allie said she was like, I'll be back in an hour. And we ended up talking for like 3 or 4.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
I love it. All right. Looks like we're close to a decision on this review. Let's see, JR. Nope. Come on.
People love Dre's cameo.
That's awesome. I also like that I'm not the only person who cursed on the stream today.
Do you want me to curse too so that we're all in solidarity?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nice. Good job. Come on.
This is crazy.
Let's see. This is really close, so I understand what's taking them so long. But I think they'll end up staying with the call on the floor, which was Oregon State ball. But I think it last touched. What's this girl's name? Something Beers. Yep, they stuck with it. Damn.
Her name is Reagan Beers.
Reagan Beers. I always want to say Dana Beers, but that's
Definitely not.
personality. Reagan Beers from Colorado.
Jermaine King says, for months I thought RK was married to Alyssa.
Yeah. Not even technically married to Allie yet, but engaged. All right, here we go. Oregon State basketball, 28 seconds on the shot clock. 61-60 Buffs. 3-pointer from the corner is good. 21 seconds, Buffs down 2. Timeout.
It's taking a little while.
Why haven't they updated the scoreboard?
I don't know. Foot on the line. They reviewing?
Oh, she what? She's pretty close, but I think she was behind the line. Damn. What else is the chat got going on?
They are saying that my curse felt forced and that it wasn't authentic. A lot of Alyssa love. A lot of love for the show.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Just giggling?
If you read the chat, you'd see.
All right. 21 seconds. Buffs ball. Here we go. 16. 15. Jalen. Let's go, Jay.
Jalen.
Damn, I can hear them.
I hear them, yeah.
No spoilers. Oh my God, what a game.
Alyssa's left us.
We're
The inmates are running the asylum.
yeah, we're on our own now. We can do anything we want.
We can do anything we want.
We're marathoning it in here.
Stop spoiling.
You guys didn't see the shot?
No, you're like a
We're-
second and a
yeah.
half ahead of us.
You saw the deep three from Oregon State?
The corner one?
Oh, I'm sorry. The commentators called it a deep three.
You're talking about the one that
corner three? Yeah, I'm talking about that one.
it's kind of hard to have a deep three from the corner.
Yeah, no shit.
It's not much.
Pac-12
No,
Network's best work.
the Pac-12. I mean, the bar is pretty low. It could be the Pac-12 network's best work.
Oh, fair enough.
Does the Pac-12 network just die after the tournament?
Someone was talking
over.
about baseball yesterday. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not us.
You should close the door.
So I've got back-to-back shows. You're really like pushing me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I mean, we can end the stream,
We're going to end the stream, guys.
but there is only 10 seconds left until double overtime.
What is the problem?
All right, if it goes double OT, we're ending the stream.
Okay.
Only not because we want to, but because our boss is making us.
No. I'm not doing it as a boss.
I'm just kidding.
This is taking forever, though.
It has been, and I thought we were in.
You guys are on delay. I gotta go in real time.
No,
Actually-
close the door. All right, we
Jerry's
have to
upset.
talk so that we can't hear the people outside and how they react. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double OT. Let's go.
All right.
All right, we unfortunately have to end the stream. This has been fun.
That was
I
fun,
liked
though.
the off the rails finish to this show.
Pure off-season content today.
If you want more Jake in your life, there is a draft pod coming up
Very,
right
very
after this.
soon. And we'll be back tomorrow with Alto.
All right,
Good day.
go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.